Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Brittany. I'm actually just starting out this stuff, so I kind of don't know how to edit and all those things as yet, but I will get a hang of it, so just bear with me for this first video. I want to start off by telling you guys about myself. I don't know if you guys know me from TikTok. My name is Britty Sippin' Pretty 2. My first account, Britty Sippin' Pretty, is banned, so yeah. But if you've known me from there, hi. To all the subscribers that's been waiting for me to drop a video, I'm so sorry, okay? I am just like, I have a lot going on, okay? But we'll get into all of that. I want to first start off by starting with an introduction about myself because I'd like to introduce myself and who I am and where I come from. I grew up in Flemington Park at Don Mills in Eglinton, Savage Town. Shout out to the Giddy, okay? It raised me. I lived there for 16 years. I went to Gateway Public School. I went to Valley Park Middle School, and I went to Mark Garneau High School. In grade 5, I won a literacy award, and I won an award to a Ivy League university, a scholarship, but I lost it because when I turned 14, I joined extracurricular activities I wasn't supposed to join. Blues, okay? That's all I gotta say, okay? When I turned 16, I did move out of Flemo and we moved into Malvern. I lived in Empringham. I lived there until I was about 20. I had my first son there as well. I have 4 kids, 4 boys. Yeah. I have a 12-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 6-year-old, and a 3-year-old. So my life gets pretty freaking busy. It gets kind of hectic. I am a single mom. I am a widow. So it does get a little overwhelming sometimes, to say the least. So when I lived in Malvern, that's where I met my husband, Timmy. We met in the Taj parking lot. I don't know if you know where that is, but it's like, I don't know where that is. I don't know how to explain it. I can't remember the freaking name. Crosstracks. I think it's by Crosstracks. Yeah. Anyways, okay. I met him there. I gave him my I gave him my number for a cigarette because I needed blem for my spliff, and like he literally was like, "I'll give it to you, but you have to give me that phone number." So I was like, and my sister was like, "Just give him the phone number." So I gave him my phone number and he called me like days later and we started hanging out. We started going out. We met in 2011 and we had our first kid in 2013, which is my 9-year-old. After that, we've been through several situations, okay? Some jail visits, a lot of holding it down, a lot of turmoil, but a lot of great times as well. I got married in 2018, and August 20th, 2018, I got married. My husband passed away April 2021. So it's been a difficult year, to say the least, for us. Growing up, I guess I wouldn't say like a rough childhood, but like I did live in the hood, so like it wasn't the easiest either. A lot of the times, like when I get really excited or when I get really mad, the hood man in me definitely comes out. It definitely shows. It definitely shows. Like, yeah, like, and it's bad. Like sometimes I'm actually embarrassed by myself. So everybody that trolls me online and stuff like that it doesn't bother me because I grew up like with comments in your real life. Like there was no internet like that. So growing up, it was just more so like if somebody has something to say, they're saying it to your face. Like, you're ugly, you stink, like you're small, you're short, your body's flat, like to your face. So I grew up having a really thick skin. I grew up around a lot of guys. So yeah, I had to learn to big dog up a little bit, you know what I mean? And I unfortunately sometimes I'm a product of my environment. So yeah, that happens. When I met my husband, I felt like he understood me. Like literally, I felt like, oh my God, I found somebody that loves the big dog side of me and the womanly side of me. You know, he can put the two together. So so he after I met him, before I met him, I was a little promiscuous. I was a little all over the place, to say the least. Yeah, like I was definitely in and out of everything. I had my hands in everything as a child. I did a lot of things that girls are not supposed to do, that probably guys do. And I didn't care because that's just how I was. And growing up, like now being 31, I'm 31 years old now. I'm a Leo. My birthday's August 14th. And growing up now, like in the era that I'm in, I feel like I have to teach myself more how to be a woman. My husband, like, he really, 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 really helped with that because, like, even when I had like my first son, like, I was a mom, like I was a mother, but I wasn't like a mom, like a mommy, you know what I mean? Like I provided, I gave what I needed to give, but like it was a little hard for me because I was only 18 and like I would have rather like working, making money, like than nurturing, you know, like I'm supposed to. So when I had my second child with my husband, at the time we weren't married, but when I did have my second child with my husband, he kind of like helped me grow into a better woman, like a better mother, a better person, like a more nurturing person. I learned how to be more patient. I learned how to be more like nurturing and more motherly and more like involved, you know, like he taught me how to be like, I don't know, I don't want to say he taught me how to be like a mom, you know what I mean, but he definitely helped me with my motherhood a lot. He helped me with a lot. So when I had my second child, like I was still like learning how to be a girl, even like because I was very like you know what I mean, like, and we would battle about it, and to this day like I still battle with my like spouse about it because like it's like you're not a man, and like you know what I mean, it's just like growing up, like that's how I grew up. So I feel like you're disrespecting me if you say that to me. Like, are you crazy? Like, I'm a guy. You know what I mean? But like I have to learn like you're not a guy. So like introducing this person, me, Brittany, to you, I want to introduce like a woman, like a person that's, you know what I mean? Like I could be very yo, so wagwan dog. You know what I mean? I could be very and I could be very like this presentable, very relatable, very nice. You know what I mean? So there is different sides to me, and like this is the whole point of this channel, is so you can see the different sides to me. It's not just, oh, she's a hood rat. You know what I mean? Like I'm a fancy hood rat. I'm a classy hood rat. Okay, thanks. Sorry, mom. I'm not a hood rat. My mom raised me to be a good woman, you know. Good woman, dog. Good woman. Still. Cat. Sorry, mom. But so when I later on in life I had another child, my son Xavion, my 6-year-old. When I had him by myself because my husband was incarcerated. At the time he was not my husband, but he did get arrested when I was 4 months pregnant. So I carried the baby. I had the baby. And he got out when he was about 3, almost 3. When my husband got out of jail, before my husband got out of jail, me and him did split up. We had our issues, you know. He went his way, I went my way. When he got out of jail, we got back. He got out of jail in July, and we got back together, and we got married in the next month, August. And being married was one of the greatest and hardest experiences of my life. I was really young, you know what I mean? I was sorry, I was like 27, I believe. Yeah, I was pretty young. So but literally, like, and it wasn't even like the man like actually proposed, like got on his knees and said, I want to marry you, like, do you want to marry me, flowers and all. Like, we were laying in the bed and he literally looked over and he's like, yo, Brittany. And I was like, yeah. And then he was like, yo, I want to marry you still, let's get married. And I was like, okay, yeah, like, me, you want to marry me? Like, I want to marry you too. Like, yeah, let's do that. Like, I would love that. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like no freaking love story, okay? The man looked at me and said, yo, let's do it. And then I'm like, okay, let's do it. And we went to the courthouse, we got the license, and we booked the reverend, and me and him went and got married. And my sister was there, my cousin was there, and my grandma was there. That was it. That was the story. We had a reception 5 days later. We got super, super drunk. We ended up leaving the reception at about 11 o'clock, passed out in our house, locked the door while everybody was in the party hall, okay? And went to sleep. Like, that's the story. Like, that's how we, you know what I mean? But I'll tell you, it's the greatest love story I ever had in my life. Yeah, it really was. So throughout the years of my marriage, we dealt with a lot. We dealt with a lot, definitely. I personally have dealt with a lot. I don't like to speak ill on anybody that's not here. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go into super grave detail about all the things me and my husband went through, because I don't even feel like that's something that um certain things just shouldn't be shared. You know what I mean? Definitely not no details of my marriage. But I definitely went through a lot. And as some of you may know from my TikTok, we did deal with like addiction and those kinds of things. And to anybody that's dealing with that right now, kudos to you, because it's hard. It is hard to deal with, especially when you're watching somebody you love just wither away, like, to somebody you don't even know. So if anybody's watching it that has or is dealing with addiction, is addicted, or whatever the case may be, I know how hard it is. Like, I've been through certain things myself. Like, I can speak from experience. I definitely know how hard it is to even overcome something like that. Like, even to let go of something like that. Like, to, like, I know the feeling, I know the withdrawal, I know all of that. So it's a lot of steps, but when you do make it through, it's worth it in the end. You know what I mean? Because a lot of stuff doesn't result from that other than death. So that's just my message. Like, like, I know it's hard, but just hold in there, stay strong. That's all. My husband passed in 2021 April. Losing him made me have to find myself, because everything I knew is what he taught me, or he showed me, or he guided me through. So when I lost him, it was literally like I didn't even know myself. Like, the day when that like casket shut and I heard that noise echo into the funeral home, and I don't even know if anybody else heard it, to be honest. But it made this noise, like this bang, like this loud banging noise when it shut. And I remember instantly, like, my mind just went black. Like, I just went I just went dark. Like, I didn't have any words or thoughts in my head. It was just like empty at that very moment. And like, I knew that was the last time that I was gonna see his face. And I feel like when they closed that top of that casket, it killed me inside. Like, the person I once was dead. And I didn't know how to find her. And I didn't know where she was. And after he died, I tried to unalive myself. I tried to starve myself to death. I was in and out of the hospital. There was a point in time where I was laying in my bed and I thought to myself, like, I'm really gonna die. And I had to like beg God, like, please, I'm gonna try to not take my life for granted, and I'm gonna try to be the best person that, like, you know what I mean? Like, I can try to be, because like, I've been through a lot in my life, you know what I mean? Like, I've been through more than a woman should, especially being in the streets. So when I left my home, I was 14. I lived with my man I moved into my boyfriend's house when I was 15 years old. I've been kidnapped. You get what I'm saying? Like, I've been raped. I've been through a lot. So, like, the person that I am now is what became of my husband's death. And, like, the woman that I'm striving to be is the person that, like, I know he was trying to build. And I take back steps and done things there, but you know what I mean? Like, I just remember sitting there, and I just remember like begging God, like, please, like, I'm gonna do better. And I fell asleep and I slept for 2 days. And when I woke up, I promise you, I didn't even know my own name. Like, my mom had to bathe me. My mom had to wash my hair. My sister had to feed me. And I just like was a zombie. Like, I didn't know how to do my hair. I didn't know what I liked to eat. I didn't know what my favorite food was or what my favorite color was. I didn't know how I liked to sleep. I didn't even know what I liked to watch on TV. I just kept like flipping through shows and hoping to find something that I liked. And I didn't know myself without him. And like, now I'm in the process of trying to find out who is Brittany, who I am, who is this person. I see this person, I'm looking at this person, I'm figuring it out. I'm like 60% there, but I'm not all the way 1,000% to where I feel like I 100% know myself. And because I lost such a big piece of me, it's like trying to build that back up is like hard. Like, for me to show love and affection is hard now. For me to even, like, you know what I mean, do certain things or say, it's hard. Like, I have to cry. Like, I literally cry to say I love you to people. Like, it's so bad. It is so bad. And like, the person that I want to be is like, it's so far away. I could see her, but she's so far away. And it's like, it's such a struggle for me. And like, especially like now that I've put in myself on the internet, it's like, there's so much things and people coming at you from all these different angles. And it's like, nobody even knows what you, like, somebody actually went through. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, all the stuff that I'm telling you right now, I bet you never even knew. You know what I mean? So to me, it's like, why not make a video telling you, like, this is what I'm going through, this is what I came from, and this is where I want to be. Like, I came from nothing. I didn't have a thing. We had nothing when we were kids. Like, we had what we needed to get by, but I never had no name brand and those things there. I didn't get like my name brand and my them things there until I was like 13, 14 years old. So like, you know what I mean? Like, even developmental wise, like I was always very, very tiny. I'm a very tiny person. Like you can see I'm very tiny. I'm very small, okay? Like, and I used to get bullied for being small. Like I used to be in elementary school, I was bullied. I was bullied. People used to bully me bad. Even in high school. Even in high school, they used to put me in the trash cans in the recycling bin and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I've been bullied. And like the hard exterior, that hard ass person you see is that the product of all of this. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I've been in the streets. I've done things that girls probably shouldn't be doing. I've been in the hood. I've lived in the hood. I grew up in the hood. Like, literally. I literally lived in Flamo and Malvern. Like, I lived in the hood. Like, my whole family is from the hood. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I'm trying to elevate now and do better because I have boys and it's just me. So, yeah, I'm trying to do better. You know what I mean? Like, even me getting a job, that was big. If you know, you know. That was big. I was like, yo, I'm proud of myself, dog, because I get job. I've had jobs before, but I get real 9 to 5. Me, wow. I was proud of myself. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's a local candy store. Shout out to Sugar Rush. It's a little candy store, yes. But it makes me feel good. It makes me feel good that I wake up and like when my kids want something, I'm like, yep, there's a candy, there's this, there's that. You know what I mean? It makes me feel good that my kids feel good that I have a job and I'm not sitting at home. So no, I'm not on welfare. Yes, I have been on welfare. I've been off welfare for about 2 years now. 2 or 3 years. So yeah, I'm not on welfare. I don't collect ODSP or anything like that. I don't live in metro housing. Like, and I grew up in metro housing. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to elevate my life. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want my children to be me. I didn't want my children to be a product of their environment. You get what I'm saying? I wanted them to be kings. I want my kings to be kings. That's what I want. I don't want them to be hoodmans. I don't want them to be stickmans. I want them to be accountants and chefs and lawyers and doctors and things, bro. Humanitarian awards and things. That's what I want for my kids. So I took them out of that environment because I felt like that's what I needed to do. And whether I live in a freaking co-op, whether I live anywhere, fucking, it doesn't matter. I don't live in a hood, and my children do not hear gunshots and sirens in the nighttime. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not downing anybody that is in the hood at all. I grew up in the hood. I lived there my whole life. I never moved out of the hood till I was 20 years old. You get what I'm saying? And then I moved to a suburban hood. I literally didn't even branch away from the suburban hood until I was like 25. And then I went to residential. 25 years old, it took me to get to residential. 25 and 2 kids. You get what I'm saying? So like, I'm not even where I want to be. Because I want to be in the freaking village with just sticks and cows and a house. I want somebody to be able to come like a scary movie. If they break into my house, I'm running for 2 days to get to another house. That's where I want to live. That's what I want to live. That's my lifestyle I want to live. I want to live quietly. You get what I'm saying? Like, I got out the game. I did what I needed to do. I left. There's nothing there for me. So the way I speak and the way I talk is because of where I came from. But if you get to know me as a person, you do get the hood man, but you mostly get this. Hi, welcome to my channel. I really, really, really want to shout out all the ladies out there that are widows, because that was and still is the hardest thing I've ever been through in my life. When I was 17, my brother committed suicide, and I thought I was gonna die. Like, when I seen his body, I thought I was gonna die. I like, oh my God. But my mind never went black. You know, it was just spinning like, oh my God, what the hell is going on? Like, oh my God, that's my brother. But with my husband, my mind went black. It was no spinning. It was just silence. It was just deafening silence. Like, I don't know. But I just want to say, shout out to you guys. If you've been through it longer than I have, please tell me how you do it, because there's nights that I am bawling my eyes out until they are swollen and I can't even open up one of them. Okay, I need to thanks. And girls that are just going through it, I'm not going to say it gets easier or the pain gets like easier or anything along those lines. What I will say is that it gets easier to breathe. It gets easier to breathe. It gets easier to move. I don't know where you move to, but at least you're moving, because I was at a standstill for a month, I would say. So it's easier to move. It's easier to move forward. I'm a year and a half in. And although I've, like, got a little boo or whatever, I tried my little thing. I tried to move on. You know what I mean? It's still drop to your knees painful. I really try not to think about it, to be honest, but yeah. I just wanted to introduce you guys to me. Sometimes I'm all over the place. Sometimes I'm a really bad hothead. Sometimes I'm cussing really bad. Sometimes, one time I apologized. One time. Not sometime. One time I apologize, okay? And yeah, like, it's gonna be crazy over here. Welcome to the ride. I hope you enjoy it. I'm excited to start this. I'm gonna be doing vlogs, I'm gonna be doing story times, and I'm gonna be doing podcasting. So I would really like if you guys, even on TikTok, send your podcast topics and things that you want me to talk about and those kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? And I hope you guys like my video. And don't send me any thumbs downs, because I'm gonna be sad. All right. That's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching. Bye. That's all I gotta say. Bye.